Our main focuses today are going to be around the hamstrings and the posterior chain. So that's your lower back, your glutes, your calves, the key areas that really focus on a push-off motion in your running or on utilizing faster running styles or hill-based training itself. So grab that chair, just place it out to the side for the moment. We're going to start off with our hamstring check-in. So we like to start most of our mobility sessions here with a check for the hamstrings, where you place your feet together. Straighten the knees, but don't lock them out. So they shouldn't be tight over at the knees. They've got a soft knee, but it is straight. Hands come at the top of your quads. You're going to lean forwards and see how far you can move your hands towards your feet without them biting significantly. When you get to the point in which you feel like you have to bend your knees or you can't go any further, that is your start point. Mine is right at the bottom of my ankles. Interested to see where you are. Let's get moving with mobility and see if we can progress that as we go. Some new exercises to start off with today. So we're going to start off with our chair. You're going to place one leg in front of the other to make sure the chair is flat and secure. You can lift up your toes slightly and you're going to have a bend in the knee. As you do this, you're going to place your hands together and you're going to lightly lean forwards and back. As you do this, you should feel a tightness through the back of your leg, just along here. And just coming forwards and back, and maybe a light stretch through the back as well. It's a gentle stretch to start through today. Again, we're focusing on the hamstrings as we move. Lovely. We're going to head over to the left, about 45 degrees with the hands. Slight hinging with your chest and your from the hips as you move forwards to feel more of a stretch through the hamstrings. With these, we're going to progress further away from the body with your hands. Come back into the middle, this time a little bit further than we started. Nice and slow. 2 seconds in front, 2 seconds back. Good work, guys. So mobility, we keep this dynamic through the start. Dynamic means through movement. And move over to the inside or your right side now. Side you haven't been over yet. 45 degrees. Because what we're looking to do is pump plenty of blood and oxygen through the area itself and just refresh it ahead of the weekend, ahead of your next runs. Keep that knee slightly bent. Don't let it straighten. Okay, shake out those arms. Change feet, guys. Lovely job. Just leaning forwards and back. Slight bend of the knee. Keep that locked. Toes are up. And you should feel that stretch underneath your leg. If you can't feel that one, bend the knee a bit more or straighten it just to find that area that suits you. Forwards and back. Start to progress further. Nice. Brilliant. Over to the left-hand side. Good. Where are you noticing any tension? Are you feeling the stretch in the back of the leg? Are you noticing that at this point, we're feeling a little bit of weakness or tightness in your lower back? Good news, you're in the right place, guys. We're going to get a good stretch out for that too. Back to the middle. A bit further now. Down towards just above the toes. Keep your hands around at hip level. And across to the right-hand side, away from the body. Keep your balance. If you're struggling with a balance, bring your foot slightly further away from the body to just stretch out that center balance itself. Keep that knee bent. Good work, guys. 3 more. 2 left. 1 more. Brilliant. Using that same chair or anything you have at that similar level, just to spin it round. And we're going to kick our legs forwards and back. Again, still dynamic, but as you push in front of the body, we want to push that heel away from the body so that your toes are up and your heel is as far away from the body as you can. Lovely job. We're going to add in the quadriceps next by keeping that going, but adding a heel flick at the opposite end to where you're pushing your heels away from the body to your bum. So it's to your bum, away from the body. Keep that going. Just have a little check in on your upper half of your body. Is your shoulders moving forwards and back, or are they nice and still? Nice. Keep that going. Take a deep breath in and out. Lovely. Change sides. Kick that legs forwards, heel in front. Good work, team. Keep that going. Such a simple exercise you can do anywhere in the world. but one of the most essential ones that I would do before any run, especially a run of speed. For example, a park run, for example, a interval session. Just because you're waking up, as you add in the quads through the heel flicks, you are waking up the front and the backs of the legs, some of the key muscles that are responsible for power, for stability, for keeping your leg attached to the body like your hamstrings do. 2, 1. Okay, let's wake up the hips and glutes. We're going to bring that leg across the body before we get into our next hamstring exercise. So you're just scooting out across your body. Good. Nice and tall. We have a ball or something like that around you. You can utilize that for the next exercise. It is not essential. If you have one just near to where you're using your mobility, then feel free to grab that before the next exercise. But right now we're going to change sides. Across your body, just checking that your toes are facing forwards throughout. They're not rotating at the end of the movement, and thus not getting the full stretch out from your hips. Good. So it doesn't have to be a ball. It can be anything of a small object, similar to that of a tennis ball. 2, 1. Fantastic. Grab that now. Still using your chair for balance. You'll place that ball on the floor in front of you. Okay. That's going to be just in front of your leg as you stand up next to the ball and next to the chair. You're going to place that leg that is behind the ball up into a small, I call it flamingo motion, holding on to the chair for balance. You're going to lean down and pick it up with a straight leg. Place it down on the next one, let go of the ball and come back. If you find this too easy, you should feel the stretch down the back of the leg, especially behind the knee, moving right through your hamstrings. Then put the ball slightly further away from the body. Good. Okay. So we're picking up the ball and putting it down. If you don't have a ball, that can work with a cone, a TV remote, anything of a similar basis that you can pick up and place down. If you can't quite get down to the floor, then just do a light little drop and just look to get as close to it as possible, or use it as a base to touch. That leg comes behind the body, but you're going to keep that standing leg as straight as you can. Fantastic. Keep that going. 5 more. Nice. Try and take your time with these last 3, 2, and final 1. Okay, so either move the chair to the other side or move the ball around so that you can focus on the other foot. The feet are going to be just about shoulder width apart, and the legs that you're going to bend is going to be just behind the ball. At that point there, we lean down. This side should feel a little tighter as we start. Good. Balance is key. I utilize the chair here for the balance. As you get used to this new exercise, you can take the chair away and practice your proprioception if you're confident on that foot. Good. Nice and controlled. Looking not to hinge too much through the hips so that your shoulders go straight through to your hip and out to your leg behind the body. So we're going to last 3, 2, 1. Final 1. Great stuff. Throw that ball away. Brilliant. Place the chair out to the side. Stand up over by your mat and show me the soles of your feet. As you do this, try not to lean back. So in running, if we lean back, we break. And what I mean by that is Flintstone style running. You land with your heel, you slow down, you heel strike, you put extra strain into your hamstrings because they are attached right here towards your lower back and onto your hip, and they're stretched out in front of you during impact. Now, as you show me the soles of your feet, keep that going, guys. Lovely job. This is just stretching out that area. Top of your hamstrings. Anyone that gets aches in the tops of the hamstrings, this is the one for you. Soles of the feet, keep that going. Temptation is to lean back though, right? Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Bring your arms across your body. We're going back to that chair. Just take note with this one. You want to have it relatively secured. So place it against a wall, put something a little bit heavier on that chair as we go into this next exercise itself. Okay. So, nice and easy. Grab something from around there. This exercise is going to focus on the back. So when you place your hands on the top of the chair, feet shoulder width apart. From here, I want you to push your bum back, keeping your chin in contact with your chest. So drop that chin down, bum comes back and up. You're going to pull back on the chair. If it doesn't feel too secure, then don't pull back too far, or you'll be sitting on your bum. Okay. So as you do this, you're just looking to lower your shoulders down, tuck your chin into your chest, and feel a light stretch through your back. The further you push your bum back, the further you put on the chair, but if you don't have a chair, a table is fine, the more you'll feel that stretch through the back. If you don't pull back on the chair or the table, the stretch or the exercise will feel it more in the quads and it will feel tighter. 3 more. No problem there though, we're about to stretch out your quads. 2 to go. The last one. Okay, shake that out, move that to the side. Head down to your mat next, guys. Okay, so we're going to start off here by lying onto your side, relaxing your arm into, or your head onto your arm. Drive your knee up, holding your ankle here. I want you to pull your leg back behind the body or a bit further back, and then release. We're only going to hold this for a few seconds here. Same again, knee comes in front, pulls back, and release. Okay, for the next one, we're going to hold it for a little longer. So just make sure that the bottom leg's at 90 degrees and the knee is just under hip level. The hips aren't facing towards the ceiling or sky. Instead, they're facing forwards towards the screen. You're going to drive that knee up. You're going to squeeze back and go straight into our level 2 quad exercise, squeezing your glutes, keeping your knee in line with your body and your heel as close to your bum as you can. As you squeeze the glutes, you feel more of a stretch along the front of the legs. And your hip flexors suddenly become more extended, the opposite to what we do if you sleep in a fetal position or if you are sitting during work in front of a laptop or computer or driving a lot. Relax that leg for a final stretch on this quad as we bring the knee forwards, holding the ankle, pull that knee back, squeeze in the glutes, and then just track that knee back a little further than you've just done. Can you get your heel towards your bum? Are you close to that? Is this a tough stretch where your knees are in front of the body at the moment? If so, more quad mobility to come for you to help this move forwards. Guys, you're doing great. Relax that leg, just slowly kick that out. We're going to go on to the other side. Purpose of the video, I'm going to spin around, but you can just rotate and turn your back to the screen if you prefer. Starting point, you're going to bring your knee over to 90 degrees, leg comes up. We're going to do 3 lots of 5-second holds. Lovely, relax here. Knee comes up, holding the ankle back down. Fantastic work, guys. And last one here. So wherever you are, whether you're in Spain, France, Australia, on holiday, whatever you're doing, mobility can easily be squeezed in with very limited equipment. As we drive the knee forwards, we're going to hold the ankle. We're going to pull that back in line with the body or as close to that as you can. Heel comes to your bottom and you're going to squeeze your glutes in. Relax the head down onto the arm or onto a pillow if it's so. So that tightness now down the front of the leg is that hip extender just getting, the hip flexors just getting extended. And it's really good if you have noticed you are sitting down more during the day. Shake out that leg. Last one as we drive the knee up. Come back, squeeze the glutes in and just track that knee a bit further back than you did on the last exercise. Good work, live team. Well done, replayers. All ticking it off today. This is key. Fantastic. Next up, we get a nice lie down onto the back. Okay, let's shake out that leg. Fantastic. Lie down onto your back here. Head relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Lovely. Hands up above your head. Bring one foot in so it's firmly on the floor in a sit-up position. The other leg's going to be straight. And we're just going to kick back, heel to the floor, toes past your hand line. You decide how far you're bringing your toes up by placing your hands a little lower if you like. But importantly here, guys, you're going to squeeze your glutes lightly, and you're going to push your belly button into the mat. You're then going to double check that your lower back is grounded. You're not curving it up as you bring your leg up. So the whole of your back is flat on the floor. With the next one, you're going to hold that leg. You're going to check in that the knee out to the side isn't leaning across and opening up your hips. Instead, the knee is facing up. The sole of the foot is facing up. And you're just holding the back of the leg. A light static stretch here for the hamstrings. We add in the calves by pointing your toes up to the ceiling and then pulling the toes down towards your shins and counting 1, 2, 3. Then pointing them back up to the ceiling and down to the shins for a 1, 2, 3 count. Repeat that motion. 1, 2, 3. Good work, guys. Good. Keep the counting going. It's just a 3 count, toes up to the ceiling and bring them back towards your shins. Bend the knee after the next one. Squeeze that towards your chest and then towards your shoulder. Getting over it, over flexion of those hip flexors to really wake them up after the last exercise we did. Place that leg down, place your hands back up in the air, kick the other leg over, making sure that at this point we have all of our check-ins the same as we did a moment ago, with your belly button into the floor, your toes come over your hands, and your head nice and relaxed down too. Keep that leg straight in front of you as you bring it up, heel to the floor, straight in front. Keep that going, and then hold on the next one. Here we go. Make sure that lower back is grounded. You're not curving up from there. It's as straight as you feel comfortable. Doesn't matter if your heel is barely off the floor or if your foot is hitting you in the head. It doesn't matter at this stage or somewhere in between. It's about your level, you v you today. Okay, from here we add in the cups. So we're going to point the toes to the ceiling, then down towards the shins as you push your heel away from the body. 1, 2, 3 count. Let's go again. This one often feels a bit like a light burning sensation, especially if you've added heels in this week, you know, to roost hole or whatever it may be, chevron, etc. Service roads, in tailgate, whatever you've done there for 1, 2, 3 count as you progress. It's just your way of resetting. Good. Maybe you've got plans. Head to the hills this weekend. Arundel 10K or King's Head Canter are the ones on our live call up this weekend. Keep that going, guys. 2 more. Heels up to the ceiling, toes towards the shins. And last one. 1, 2, 3. Bend that knee. Squeeze it into the chest and then to the shoulder. Keep that foot grounded. Don't let the knees disappear off to the side. Really good work. Next up, we focus on the back, specifically the lower back. You do this by relaxing your leg down, slowly kick those out. Bring your hands across to the side so they're in a crucifix position here. And we have 2 angles to this. The first one is going to be focusing on bringing your knees in and coming across the body. You're going to keep your shoulders grounded throughout, which means the only thing that moves is your lower back and your knees, and therefore you get more of a stretch. The higher you bring your knees up, especially that top knee, the knee that's closest to the ceiling or sky as you bring your legs across, the more you are going to feel that stretch in your lower back. If your lower back isn't very tight, this may not feel too manipulatable. Might feel okay. Good. Side to side, guys. Nice and controlled. Really good pacing on the live call here, guys. Nice and slow, side to side. Fantastic. We go for a static one next as we've warmed those up. Place both knees to one side. The top knee, the knee that's closest to the ceiling or sky, is going to come up and it's going to come down towards the floor as you reduce the angle on that leg. Look away from the knees and stretch the hand out on the other side away from the body. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hands back down, both knees over to the other side. This time bring that knee up towards the elbow. Look away from the knees. Stretch the hand out across and feel that stretch through your mid to lower back. Keeping your shoulders grounded. If you can't feel that stretch, just double check that your shoulders are grounded and that your knees are a little higher than your starting point now. The next exercise we turn on to our front. For a new exercise, yes, another new exercise to squeeze in. So it's all good. Okay. Spin it over onto your front here. Add a pillow or relax your hands in front so that you can just place your head down from there. Then what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to bring one leg across your body. If you find this too difficult with your hands crossed, bring your arms out to the side, similar to what the last exercise we've done. Relax your head down onto a pillow, onto your mat, and you're looking to just touch down your foot across your body. So with this one, a little bit like skaters, you cross over your left to your right foot and touch your foot down as far away from the center line of your body as you can. Good. Keep your shoulders down, your upper body down. You're just moving across, waking up the hips. As you do this, take your time and slowly look to get further and further away from the body. As always, with mobility, any feedback, because this is personalized to you, is greatly appreciated. If you don't like this exercise, let me know. And potentially, if there's a few of you, that means it won't come back. If you do like this exercise, it's really stretching out the hips. You're getting more of a stretch out, then great. Maybe we can throw that in again. That's what creates your foundation exercises team, the ones that pop in, week out. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Relax there. A light kick back from your heels if you're swimming, or if you were doing a bit of a tantrum. Slowly lift your body up, keeping your hips down. Fantastic. And look up towards the ceiling or sky, stretching out your core, especially if you've been to the gym, utilizing your strength exercise this week. That will feel like a good stretch, or a little bit DOMI, delayed onset of muscular soreness aspect there, where you know you need it. Okay, bring the knees in, push your bum back. Hands crawl forwards, chin comes down to your chest. Lovely. Okay, coming up onto your knees now. Bring one leg forwards, like so. Okay, from here, just want you to push your knee forwards and back. Feel the stretch here at the top of your hips. So your knee is going to be starting at your heel, pushing towards your toe, and then coming back to your heel. Hands come onto your hips. You just feel that stretch right around the top of your flexors, hip flexors there. Focusing on the glutes next. Good, keep that going. Change feet. So back into that knee position. In front, good. Starts off with your knee above your heel, pushes over towards your toes. Keeping that back knee in position and grounded. Feels uncomfortable, then add a bit more sponginess to your mat with a pillow underneath the knee. Good. Okay, one more. Fantastic. Sitting down onto your mat. We're going to place one leg in front of the other. We're going to focus on the glutes next by squeezing that leg, bringing that leg across your body, holding the outside of the knee. One leg straight, one leg bent. The bent leg's going to pull towards your shoulders, keeping both glutes grounded, and you're going to look away from the direction you're pulling that knee. So the knee's coming across the body, you're looking away from that direction, opposite direction. Nice, guys. Okay, let's relax that there. If you can feel a really good stretch there, then repeat that motion. If you want to progress that, you can bend the knee to 90 degrees or so. Bring the leg across if that is possible. Call this the pretzel or more of a pretzel. Hand from the outside, squeeze this into your chest. When you're doing this, you're pushing the glute that's off the floor down towards the mat to feel more of a stretch. If you can't feel this stretch, go back to the level 1. So go into the last 10 seconds here. Love it. It's the pondering thought as the live callers just look over to the other side of the room. Awesome work, guys. Okay, we change legs. Other leg comes down. Straight. Bring the other leg across. Just double check you're not doing the same leg as you go into this starting position. Pull that knee across your body. Look in the opposite direction to where we are getting that stretch. Guys, you're doing fantastic. So we'll come into the last couple of minutes of today's exercises. Fantastic stuff. Okay, bend that leg in front, 90 degrees, one leg across, hold the outside, squeeze it across your body, and again, push the glute that's off the floor down into the floor, and look in the opposite direction to where your knee is being pulled. Guys, you're doing fantastic. Okay, lovely job. Feet are going to come apart by about 1 meter. Keep them both straight. You're going to lean towards one foot. Then you're going to place your hands into the middle. Then you're going to place your hands to the other foot. Then come back to the middle and over to the original. And all you're doing is slightly getting further with each one, keeping your legs straight. Okay, fantastic. Slowly standing up. We go into our hamstring checkout just to finish today. Feet together. Can you get further than you did before? Hands at the top of the leg, lean forwards. Where did you get to last time? Have you managed to get further than before? I have, down to the floor from the ankles. Delighted with that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us live or on replay today for your mobility. I hope that has kick-started the next stage of your training, and game on for the weekend. Have a great one. Cheers, team.